You're strong. You do it. Go up to it. Press B.
I don't know if I can. Oh, you're weak. Weak little boy.
So I guess we're gonna start with introducing ourselves. So I don't know, Mike. You're the oldest and most experienced, so why don't you go?
Oh wow, thanks. Like what I like? I don't know. So my gamer tag is usually Punchy.
He's Mike and he's bad with introductions.
Yeah, Mike. I'm pretty bad with introductions, and there you go.
All right, perfect. Hunter, what about you, man?
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of build stuff and blow it up. You know what I mean? No, I'm Hunter. This is funny. We're playing Lego games because Lego games are probably one of my favorite games to play when I was, like a wee lad. My most American voice ever. How about you, Jimmy? How about you? What you want to say?
I mean, my name is Jimmy. I grew up playing video games. I actually started with video games because
get on the table.
I kind of lived in a troublesome neighborhood, and my mom wanted me to keep inside, so she bought
This took our turn.
She bought me a Nintendo. But yeah, that's like the history of me starting games.
I'm sorry, I'm like I didn't know that. I didn't know that though. Is that true?
That is true. Yeah. My mom bought me a Nintendo to keep me inside because we lived in a troubled neighborhood.
Where'd you guys live?
Downtown Milton.
Oh, okay.
But in the '90s, it wasn't like, like a great place to live.
Yeah, I've never really been through that.
It's fine now, but back,
right.
Growing up, it could be shady.
My
mom was a single mom, so we were just living there because that's all we could afford. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, that was my history with games. That's where I started.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am now, talking about it, playing Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah. And I think that's what's ironic too is I think what got me really into gaming, because I think you started off with saying what got you into gaming. I think what got me into gaming was I think my first console was a PS1. I have honestly no idea what we have to do to get to this next phase. I just had to talk to him. So one of my first consoles was a PS2, and one of the games I played a lot was out of like the Lego games was probably the Lego Star Wars trilogy and all the Lego Star Wars games. I mean, I didn't really have a specific reason. I didn't have just one game that got me into gaming, but I guess just because I was just like any other kid, I had a lot of free time on my hands. And I mean, it was probably getting a PS2 for me. That got me into gaming. And I used to play like a bunch of there's this old Matchbox PC game that I would play a lot. I would go around in my underwear and I would like run around. I would run around the house every time I finished the race on this whole freaking Matchbox game on the PC. And I would just sit there and play in my underwear.
Okay, I think you can press start, Mike. Now I think you can play as.
Oh really? Yeah. You can be a grip hook. Is that his name? I think
that's who I am right now, and Harry Potter's free.
Oh yeah, I can press Y to absorb your soul. Wait, is it?
Nope.
Is it only 2-player?
Yep, I think it is.
So what I can do is I can drop out. Yeah, what I can do.
Right.
No, go ahead and press start. I just sent my soul into purgatory for you to come in, so you better actually take it.
No, it wouldn't let me.
Really?
It won't let me.
F2 or any button?
Alright, here, let me
Hold on.
Wait, come back. Press F2.
No.
Hang on. I gotta give Mike your controller.
It wouldn't be a first episode if you didn't have technical difficulties.
Well, while Jimmy's figuring this out,
Yeah.
So I don't remember exactly when because it was a really long time ago.
Right.
It was sometime at the beginning of the '80s. My mom and dad were building a new house, and we were staying with her like my mom's parents and my dad. I think he did it like
He
to
just got
kind of
smacked.
give us something to do. Bought us an Atari 2600, and so we started playing, and you know, like my dad, like we had like Pac-Man and like the basic stuff, and I was whooping my dad's butt at like Asteroids, and he got so mad he just stopped playing. And you know, I don't know. I was probably only like 5 or 6 at the time, maybe a little bit older than that. But you know, that was what I started with. But I really didn't get. I mean, I liked it, but I really didn't get into it big until the NES came out. That's when I really got into gaming.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I started with.
Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah,
Mike. Go ahead, push start.
Yeah, you should be able to do it now. There we go. We can take turns.
Look
Your
at
hair.
that.
Here we
But
go.
yeah, like there used to be a store up in Dover called Nichols. It's where Home Depot is now, and they had this awesome display. It had all the like it had like, I don't know. It seemed like 20 different Nintendo games you could play. It had like Robbie the Robot hooked up. It had Duck Hunt, the gun out there. So like when I saw that, I was like, I told my parents, I was like, we got to get that. And so that was kind of like the first one that I really got into.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, on to the next question then. This might be an interesting one. This is going to be, what game made you buy a system? Yeah,
I mean,
it's like
there's several. There's several.
I know.
Yeah.
And we can, you know, just pick one of the several that made you buy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I bought a Sega Genesis to play Sonic.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why everyone bought it. To be honest.
I'm not gonna lie. This one's more of a recent one, but because the last time I've had a PlayStation was the last time I had a PlayStation was when I had a PlayStation 2. So
Can you
the
break
new
it?
Spider. You probably have to come back on one of the later levels and like blow it up or break it with another character, because that's how Lego Star Wars used to be. You used to have to come back with like dark side people to do dark side stuff. But probably recently, I'd say I got a PS4 just really to buy, really to play the new Spider-Man, because I actually hadn't gotten it until recently because I played. Yeah, it is. I played a bunch of like Spider-Man 2 on PS2, like the movie game, because that was like one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh yeah, that's another great Spider-Man game.
I love that game. That like,
yeah.
I would be playing it. My mom still says it to this day, because there's like this NPC that always loses its balloon. It's literally like, "Lost my balloon!" So you have to like go and swing after it. That was one of the funniest things about that. It was just so loud and obnoxious. But I got to the PS4 probably just to play Spider-Man, just because I loved playing Spider-Man when I was growing up. So that was probably one of the many that why I got a system just to play a game.
Yeah, I know. For me, I'll do something a little more recent too, since you did.
Yeah.
So I got a PS3 to play MotorStorm. I'm actually a pretty big fan of racing games, especially like the really good arcade racers. And MotorStorm just like hit all the right points for me in that, and like looked incredible. It still looks good today. So I mean, I still plop it into the good old PS3 and play some MotorStorm every now and then.
Nice.
But that's what got me started. That's it.
I mean, I bought multiple systems for one game, and then like, I mean, like I bought not necessarily a system, but I bought a Voodoo, the first original Voodoo card that wasn't an actual video card. It was a pass-through card. I'm not even sure if you guys have seen those by NVIDIA.
No, I haven't. Jimmy probably has.
Yeah, I've seen Voodoos. like the first Voodoo's, and then they became some serious video cards later on.
But I bought one of those for Shadow of the Empire. That was good.
Okay.
I bought a GameCube for Star Wars Squadron, or not Squadron. What was it? Oh, what was the one that was GameCube?
I thought it was
Rogue Squadron.
Probably
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's a lot. It was before my time, but I could probably guess.
Go ahead, Jimmy. You were saying.
I was going to let you know that if you ever wanted to replay that game, if you get Game Pass now has EA Play on it. So you
can play that on Game Pass.
Yeah, you can play Shadow of the Empire on Game Pass. I had that game on N64.
That was like when there was like a Star Wars dry spell. It's not like now where there's Star Wars everywhere. Like there was barely any content.
Yeah. I was gonna say we're kind of going back into the Star Wars dry spell. I feel like I mean, there's a bunch of shows coming out, but
yeah, I don't know.
It's not as bad as it was before, though. Yeah, when I first.
So I read the book and I played the game, and they introduced a new guy. His name was Dash Rendar. He was supposed to be. They were going to come out with a bunch of books and stuff, and then nothing ever came of it. But
I thought they came out with a couple Shadows of the Empire books.
There was one, but the spoiler.
It was like that.
Dash Rendar dies at the end of the book.
Oh,
so
does he?
it was oh, okay, I guess that's not going to be a thing.
Right.
Like I don't know. It was kind of cool. But like I bought the Xbox got bought for Halo. So
right.
It just seemed like every time they came out with a new system, there was one game that I was just like, I got to get it just for that. But, yeah.
Funny thing is, in Shadow of the Empire, I was actually, since I was a kid, like a little, it was in the 90s, and I was born in 1990. So there's the level in Shadow of the Empire, the sewer level. I don't know if you remember that. But that one, I needed confidence because it scared the shit out of me. It was one of those levels in a game where as a kid you're just like, oh no, because it's like water, you got your jetpack, you got these monsters in the water that you have to fight that have tentacles,
right?
And to me, just the atmosphere and the monsters, it was scary.
Something about low poly textures and atmospheres that are supposed to be scary just put fear in your heart as a kid. I don't know what it is. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like the Rancor level on this Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Not the new one, but the old one. Something about that Rancor just scared the shit out of me, and all of Jabba's palace. I guess it was just because it was so dark and the pigment scared me. I don't know really why at that point. You get scared as at a rational thing. As a kid, I don't get it.
Yeah. So on to our next topic. It's going to be another hard one, just like the last one, and make you think.
I thought you said this was going to be an easy episode.
Wrong. This is an easy episode. You just have to think a little bit.
Oh.
So, the question comes up. What are some of the hardest games you have played?
That's a hard one.
I mean, that could be
I'm going to bump out so Hunter can play.
Right.
Should I? You might have to add me back, yeah.
Yeah, I have to add you back real quick. There you go.
Gosh, I get there were, a lot of times I made the games harder than they were because I didn't realize parts of it.
I'm trying to join back, Jimmy, but it's not letting me.
Push start on your controller.
I am. Hold on. Okay, now I heard it. I just heard it vibrate. Okay.
Go.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Oh, were you gonna say, Mike?
I don't remember anything being I remember lots of frustrating games, but nothing being just couldn't get by it. But I can remember games where I didn't understand a power up or something, and it made something very easy, and I made it twice as hard because I didn't understand what was supposed to be happening in the game. It's an older game. Jimmy might remember. You probably never even heard of it, Hunter. But there was an older game on NES called Rygar.
Okay. I never played it, but
I got all the way through the game and never realized there was power-ups. I beat the whole game, never used a power-up for the whole game. Went back through the game with the power-ups. So much easier. Like, just, but, I don't know, I can't think of anything that was, like, super hard that I played that I just gave up or anything.
yeah. I don't know if I've ever, like, given up on a hard game, but one game that I've recently played that I've kind of like quit because I wasn't ready to play like a game that hard was this PS2 game called Shadow Tower.
Huh.
I tried to play it. Not PS2, PS1. Sorry. PS1 game.
Wow.
Called Shadow Tower. And it is hard. It is ruthless. It is hard. There's no, like, leeway. It doesn't even tell you how to play the game. You have to, like, just push buttons until you figure out what they do.
Oh, it was like a dungeon maze game, it looks like.
Yeah, it was a dungeon maze game.
Pictures to look at it.
It's like one of the, predecessors to Dark Souls, but much harder than Dark Souls. You have no idea how to, like, what to do to fight certain enemies, and especially, I can only imagine people that played it back when it came out.
Here. Is that all we have to do? Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to use the rat. I'm trying to think of some hard games I've had to play. I know. Recently, like Doom on like this, like obviously the highest, but even the second highest it was pretty hard. Like I know once you get towards the end, you have to redo something. You have to like you'll die like a bunch. Towards the end, it'll get progressively harder. Like the bosses, I feel like will get progressively harder. And then I feel like I don't think it's as hard as Dark Souls, but the Jedi Knight, Fallen Order is pretty hard. Like the last boss, I know I died a bunch of.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like, I think I told Jimmy this the other day. Like, I was playing through the game and I got to I think it was the Seventh Sister, the bigger one, and I could not beat her.
Yeah.
So I started the game all the way over, went through it again. The second time I had no problem beating. Like it only took me like 2 tries to beat her. I don't know what the difference was. Like I have no idea.
It was I remember what it was because I had the same issue. So if you're just using single play, I think is it a spoiler? I mean, but yeah, everybody's supposed to play it if you're play by now. What modes did you have it? I keep hitting me. What saber modes did you have at that point in the game? Was it single blade and then there wasn't the staff at that point, but was it the dual blade or was it the was it staff at that point? I think it was
staff, but I didn't have have dual wield.
I learned dual wield was like near the end. I almost want to go back to replay that soon, but no, the staff you actually do less damage. That might have been what it was because I was fighting her for like an hour and a half straight, 2 hours because I just kept dying. And then I switched to single player, and I was like, "Oh, let's see how this goes." And it was way easier. That might have been the issue you're having.
I don't know. I went through the game so much faster the second time.
Right.
And I will admit, the first time I was like, I probably was watching TV and playing the game, so it was like half focused. But now, I don't know. It was much simpler the second time.
Yeah, I can't go in there. How about you, Jimmy?
What?
As far as like hard games.
Well, there was Shadow Tower, like I said.
Yeah,
I'll throw another one in there. So hard games. Another one I've recently been playing, and it might.
I don't think we have to go this way.
Crazy is.
Oh, I think I have to put this in here, and then it releases the guy from painting.
No, down here.
Oh, okay.
Wait, can you push start, Mike? There's a third character there. Or no?
Oh, hold on. We have to do this.
It appears not, Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
No, because with the older Lego games, there's only.
So I'm playing through, and I think it might just because I'm getting older now, and I was probably better at games when I was a kid. Just because I played a lot more of them. Here, you got to get on this platform, and we have to wave at this guy to move the stairs.
Oh, okay. She has to wave. She has to wave as well.
Now we
There we
just
go.
all have to be on it.
Yeah.
I've recently been trying to play through all the Ratchet and Clanks, so I'm on the second one on PS2. The first one was pretty difficult, and it like started easy and then it got difficult. And now I'm on the second one, and I think I'm near the end, and it's just like, I think I'm at the last boss, and it's just hard. Like, they just make it hard, because the further you get, the harder the enemies are to kill, and then now I think I'm on the final boss, and it's just like really hard to even remotely try. So, but I'm still gonna try to get through it. I'm just gonna like grind to get certain things and upgrade Ratchet to the point that he does more damage. But that's a newer hard game. That's newer than the first one that I said. If it was like on NES, you know, a lot of the sports games were hard.
I feel like the older games, like I mean, like the original NES games and maybe some of the, you know, Genesis games, a lot of them just didn't really end. They just kept going on and on and on.
Yeah, especially if you're talking about like, well, it did have an ending. You did beat it, but it took a while. Like the early Final Fantasies on the NES.
I think we have to use. Because I know we're supposed to.
Go to lessons to learn more spells. Yep.
Because I guess we need some kind of spell to move those bricks.
I guess
Here we go.
The next thing would be what are some of your favorite genres of games, guys? This one should be an easier question. Like, what type of games do you like to play?
I'd say I would say like open world, just at your own pace types of games. And then I think I enjoy movement based like games or shooters as well.
What do you mean by movement based?
Or like movement shooters like Quake or like Doom.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like fast paced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like wondering the
Yeah, I
same
like
thing Mike
FPS.
was. I was like, movement. I like to move in my games too.
Well, yeah, versus like the older Call of Duties where it's like so linear, so not completely linear, but it's very stiff compared to something like a Unreal or Quake.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy the FPS games. I think they're probably my go-to, just like to kill time, which is like Quake and Call of Duty and that kind of stuff. But I definitely like the open world where you can just wander around and kind of look for things like Grand Theft Auto. And,
Far Cry.
I really liked Just Cause. Far Cry's
Yeah.
good. So you know,
Just
When's
Cause
the new one
great.
coming out? New Far Cry.
I think they bumped it.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up, but I think it got bumped recently.
I think so as well.
Let me do research while we're talking.
Yeah, so with me, probably one of my all-time favorites is like racing games. I've always been a huge fan of racing. So, like I said, you know, MotorStorm made me buy a PS3. I play a lot of rally games like Dirt, the WRC games. But I also really do like the shooters. I like third-person shooters especially.
Yeah, they are fun.
I like seeing my character a lot.
Hold on, I'm struggling over here. I cannot get up. What do I do?
Just jump. I just jumped up here. Look, so you get up
Hold on.
here. What? Oh, wait.
No, you can actually build stairs with those, right?
That's what I'm trying to do.
You gotta separate them though
Yeah.
somehow.
Oh, I think they just need to be separated.
There we go. There we go. No. I had it so you can do it. I had it like I did when I got up there. Hang on.
That's how I was trying to put it. Yeah, you gotta like knock it over. There we go.
I'll get up there.
You go first.
And then, I mean, you know, if I'm just want mind numbing, the Lego games are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
I enjoy survival games a lot as well, and I mean not just you know any type of survival game really. Like obviously we've been playing Valheim with
Yeah, we've been playing Valheim. I play this game called Scum. That's another survival game.
What's that one about?
It's just a survival game.
Gotcha. Another part for me, it's not like a hardcore, intense, yeah, bro, kind of like survival game, but I mean, I played so much Minecraft. Sorry, as like when I was younger or a teenager.
Yeah, it's like a crafting game, so.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, part survival. Because that's...
Oh, we have to build this. That's right. Yeah.
So I think it wants me to build this.
Yeah. Here, you got it. And then we gotta get the head. And then, I guess the... Shut up, Mike. Shut up, Mike.
I'm just watching.
Oh.
Yay, you saved the student.
Alright, Mike, do you wanna, I'm gonna drop out here. I gotta get a bathroom real quick. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
You're in, Mike.
Woohoo! Or not.
You can't push start.
Nope.
Give me a sec. Alright, go ahead, try again.
Not that it's a good reference, but EB's website says, hold on just a second there. 12/31/2021 for the date for Far Cry 6. I don't know if that's right or not, though.
Who knows? Sometimes EB could be wrong.
I can't get in, Jimmy. I can't get in.
Still? Let me see.
Oh, you're vibrating.
There you go.
There it was. Woohoo! How do we get that kid's down?
These platforms, I guess, somehow, maybe. Well, actually, I don't even know where we... Okay, so we...
Okay, we gotta move this one.
Oh, I see what to do. There you go. Alright, we got him.
I lost my list of topics, man.
Yeah, the next list is going to be if you had to pick one game to be your favorite, what would it be and why?
One game. That's impossible.
Like, I guess like the one game at this moment that would be your favorite to play. I guess that's not Harry Potter.
I guess at the moment, if I had to go just by like this exact moment, man, Half-Life Alyx was just unbelievable.
Okay, yeah.
I haven't gotten to that yet because I don't have VR. But I've heard.
Like, I played several VR games, and that one just is. It's got a little bit of everything. It's puzzle. It's a shooter. It's a jump game. I mean, like, it's really well done. They really use 3D really well. So I guess that would be mine if I had to pick right now.
For me, if I had to pick one right now that I have been really playing, I don't know, it might be... It is a tough question.
I know that's always one of the hardest questions. I feel like
Yeah,
can't really.
I'm sitting here
It's
thinking,
one of those
like,
ones you always answer. I always answer like Mike did. It's like right now.
yeah.
But all time is like even harder.
Yeah, so let's just do favorite game right now, because that's going to be easier to do. And for me, it probably would definitely be like... Oh, man. I would say favorite game I'm playing right now is probably Outriders. I just started it, but I played the demo and I loved the demo. But that is probably, you know, the favorite game that I'm really enjoying right now. And that one is 4-player co-op.
Okay.
So if you guys
Oh yeah, I heard like they've been talking that up really big. Spawnwave has been talking about it a little bit. He actually is really surprised how well it's doing. He said it was he didn't think it was that big a deal, but he said apparently everybody's jumping on that.
I like it.
Well, what's it about again?
Your favorite, so I hope so.
Yeah.
What's it about?
So you play as these guys called Outriders, and
Yeah,
what they do.
they ride out.
No. Yeah, that's what they do.
No,
There's a lot of riding out.
What do they do?
Sorry.
So what an Outrider's job is to basically find a new home for these people that want to colonize a different planet because Earth has now become like uninhabitable. And you think you you go to a planet that scientists recommend, and you think you found the best place to live at, and then it turns out that there's like all these alien storms that happen that kill a bunch of people, and so it's not like a good planet to live at, but now they don't have a choice.
Right.
So they're living on this planet, and then the big war broke out between like these bandits and everything that felt betrayed versus the people that want to try to make it a habitable planet. And you play as an outrider in this. These storms that happen that kill people can also sometimes turn them into an altered. And when you're turned into an altered, you basically get superpowers, and you're pretty much invincible. I mean, you can still be killed if you get shot enough and whatnot, but it's really hard for you to die. They had to give it some type of gimmick to make it playable. And you get to choose between... It's exactly like Destiny in the beginning. You get to choose between 3 different classes of magic.
That's cool.
A hunter type and a titan type. So literally just like Destiny.
Just like Destiny, yeah.
Yeah, but it's third person instead of first person, so that's one of the things I really like it. And also uses concepts it's built on the Unreal Engine. So it has like cover concepts from like Gears of War.
Yeah.
It's also a lot. If I had to compare what it was like it's like the Division and Destiny combined mostly. And I
love the Division.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you like the Division, you're gonna love Outriders. And you get to choose like your powers and stuff. So I'm a trickster, so the hunter type basically in this game. And so I get like all these cool powers. I can create this bubble that if they're in it, everyone slows down. And it also has like a bullet time effect. So if someone shoots into the bubble, all the bullets go into like Matrix slow motion. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's about. I don't want to go like in detail more to like spoil a game that just came out yesterday.
Right. Did it actually just come out yesterday?
It did just come out yesterday, yeah.
I can move these blocks with magic.
That would be my favorite at the moment. Obviously, that changes all the time.
Right.
You know, I'll have a different favorite. I don't know, maybe a month from now.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow. Who knows?
Never know.
So yeah, on to the next question. Any memorable stories from your past related to gaming? like anything in your past in gaming. Like it could be an event, it could be, you know, just anything that you really think of.
I miss going on. I miss staying up till like 3 a.m. playing Battlefield with like a squad or 3 or 4 people. Whether it's like us actually being tactical, or like taking the objective, or if it's just like placing C4 under jeeps and then blowing it up and sending them sky high, or doing that with helicopters and making them crash. Like, I don't know, like spotting up on like big like shooter games like that. It's just fun because you can either be really tactical and you can really actually get a lot of stuff done, or you can just be goofy and just do dumb stuff like that, like exploiting the game and waiting for somebody to get in a helicopter and then blowing C4, blowing it up with C4 and making it fall out of the sky, even though you can't actually blow it up. Like that was.
Yeah, I used to play. I mean, old stuff, but Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 2142 all the time, and I had a group of friends we played with. Just, it's really cool when you got a group of friends. We, you know what
I mean? It's like, yeah, I mean, every game is better with friends, but like it's like those games, it's something special because there's so much unique stuff you can do in Battlefield, you know, compared to like something like Call of Duty. You know, Call of Duty, I mean, it's still fun with friends, and I think one of the best things in Call of Duty is search and destroy. I mean, when I got back into Modern Warfare, and I was never even really a big search and destroy person. That's what I would do. That's another fun thing I think I say recently that I like is getting back into search lobbies on the last like Modern Warfare.
I feel like we're missing something here, Jimmy.
I think you already sent the rat through there, right?
Uh huh.
Well, I didn't send it. You did, because you're.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if you send the rat, like, can you squeeze around?
What about that? What about that? The metal thing. No. Let's play a game. Let's play a game where you don't have to think much. Let's play the like a game. It won't be that bad. And then
yeah. Let's play a game where we can talk and play at the same time. Not even like 30 minutes into the game.
Oh, there's a freaking. I didn't even realize that was there.
Yeah, try to go around like down here. No, you can't.
Got totally derailed.
Can I jump on you and jump here?
Spotting up on Battlefield or like any big open shooter game like that is fun, especially when you have stuff like that.
I mean, I remember playing the older Battlefield 2.
Like Bad Company or like
actual Battlefield 2.
Right.
I played that a lot. I had like a group of friends that I would play with online.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that I would get the helicopter, and he would snipe from the helicopter in Battlefield 2.
Yep.
It was just fun.
I used to love shooting people out of the sky with a tank in Battlefield 3 and 4. It was so satisfying.
Yeah, but one of the things I do, I have good memories, and I miss at the same time, was midnight releases at like GameStop.
Yeah.
You know, definitely not the same anymore with digital and stuff. I mean, digital does make it way easier. I'm not gonna lie about that, but.
And plus now with COVID too.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Even though it wasn't even really before. It wasn't like there's still plenty going on when I was like a teenager. It was one thing I never really got to actually, honestly. But I mean, I still started playing like video games a lot later, and you guys obviously as well. So, but still.
Yeah. This isn't. I mean, something like that, but
That's what we were missing.
Yeah. I just set his booty on fire up there.
Good job. When I was a kid, I went over to my uncle's house, and he had just bought a Super Nintendo, and he had Zelda. What was that one? A Dark Past or something like that. I can't remember what the name of the Super Nintendo version was. But he
was it A Link to the Past?
That's probably what it is. It sounds right. I mean, I didn't really play Zelda, but I have a couple friends who do it. That does sound right.
I'm trying to figure it out while we're talking. Yeah, maybe A Link to the Past. And he was like, I said, can I play it? You know, like I said, I've been wanting to play it. Can I try it? And he
Maybe
was
we
like,
both
sure.
have to do this.
Yeah, I think you have to do it.
And like I started playing, and he was like, "Oh, you know, I had to go here and do this," and he would walk away, and he came back, and he was like doing his thing, and then he came back, and he was like, "Oh, where are you at?" And he's like, "I've not gotten there yet." He goes, "You need to stop now." And I was like, "Okay." And I you know, I thought he was joking around. He went in the house and shut the breaker off. so I couldn't save the game because I was ahead of him.
So I guess we need to be a witch or something. Cause see,
is she a witch?
Try to get in, and it's like, here, you got to be like this. So Hermione,
you have to be the rat.
Is that Hermione?
I think you do have to be Hermione. Yeah, no boys. Yeah. Where's she at?
Not with us.
She left us.
Oh yeah. Any more memorable moments, or is that?
I mean, there's a lot. It's just remembering.
Yeah.
We used to
Character
play Quake all the time at school.
You know, I was just thinking, like, yeah, playing games in
Can
school.
you do this?
What's that?
Right here. If you have a book, can you understand that?
No, that's like Hermione has to do that.
Which is probably who you have to go get. But where is she at?
I don't know. This door's shut.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh, you probably have to put on a helmet, but I don't know where one will be. I think.
Well, right here it shows like a witch's.
If you hold that little scroll wheel, Jimmy. What? Or if you
Jimmy
bring
doesn't have any.
Oh, he just has that. Okay. I would think you said to get a helmet because that reminds me of like Nights on Fire. If they're still...
Did we do something with the picture?
Did you do that yet? You have to get his hat. Oh wait. Oh.
Turn me into a girl.
It's ticking. Do we have to do this again? This thing?
No, she did. He just had to be turned into a girl. Oh yeah, you can come in.
Yeah. But,
oh yeah, that's right. Cause she had
when,
stuff during her face. Yeah.
When we were going to, I was going to UAD when I first started college, and but I was going to the Deltec lab in Dover, and we were all playing Descent, which is a really old game, and they didn't have CD-ROM, so I went to the store and I got them to dig through the back, and they found one copy that had floppy disk. So we loaded it up on like 6 different computers and got in a bunch of trouble. They were like, "Oh, that's licensed software. You can't do that." It's like, we had no idea.
So were you playing like? Were you playing like the first Descent?
Yeah.
Oh man.
If it was the second one, it would have been like 45 discs or something like that.
It's from '94. I didn't have a gaming computer back then. But speaking of that,
you didn't. I wasn't born. A computer back then. I mean, like a regular computer was actually a gaming computer back then.
It did it all.
For me, I would also say, you know, like, let's edit, like, when did you build your first gaming computer? Like, actual gaming computer. Like, you might have built other computers before, but...
Here's where we're all starting to show our age.
Yeah, when did you, like, first build the computer for you to build, like, play some serious games?
Oh, it had to be like 95 or 96. Like I said, when I bought that first Voodoo card, that was probably the beginning of real gaming for me on a PC.
Yeah. For me, it'd probably be either... Let me get the right date. You go ahead, Hunter, while I look up this date.
I'd say in the summer, so that would be the sophomore year of, I guess, my sophomore going to my junior year. Yeah, no, it would have been freshman going to sophomore. I'm pretty sure. I know it was like remember that hybrid class we had with, I think it was it Gary, Jimmy? I think you were in that class, weren't you?
I guess drop it. No?
Jimmy, do you remember the hybrid class we had at Deltec? Were you in that class with me? Or the last, I think it was the last class, or the second to last class. Gary got us all pizza.
I wasn't in that class, no.
Oh, I thought you were. Well,
no, I graduated before you finished.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because I finished in the summer. But no, probably like it was the summer 2018, so 3 years ago now. And I pretty much mostly had the same computer. I took the hard drive out of like the old pre-built gaming computer that I got for like my birthday or something like that. That's like the only part I took from my old computer. Otherwise, I think I upgraded the rest. I got like a new graphics. I got everything from scratch, and I put it in the new case, and I mean, there was history. I think I've only upgraded a little bit so far. I've only upgraded the graphics card, and then I've done the graphics card. I've done a couple other small things, but yeah, it's only been 3 years. That's why I said we'd show our age because I'm young.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it'd probably be 2008. When I built
I'm so old.
So like I had like office computers, and I would put like graphics cards in them, but the computers that we had, like they were like Compaq and HP, and they were only PCI compatible. They didn't have PCI Express. So the graphics cards you would put in them would really limit. It wasn't gaming. It wasn't. It was video cards. They weren't gaming cards.
Right.
But they would help with like playing games, just not anything serious. Like you put it in and you could play like a cheap racing game or some point and click. Where the hell is Carmen San Diego or whatever it's called? It's not called Where the Hell, but I think it's Where is Carmen San Diego?
Where in the world?
Where in the world? Yeah. So here, Hunter, I'm gonna let you take over me.
Okay.
Oh, look at Jimmy.
I gotta do my part, man.
I think you have to add me. Yeah, that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, I think the first time I ever built one that I like really got into how it looked, and putting all the wires really pretty and everything with a window, and that was probably 2005, 2006.
Gotcha.
It was a dual-core Pentium D, and it ran so hot.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even overclocked. It was just ran like it was on fire.
Right.
There you go.
Oh yeah. I'm
you're
in.
in.
Okay. You're right. Yeah.
So it was in 2008. I had like a Radeon HD 4850, 512 megabytes of video RAM. Yeah, boy. I had 3 gigs of system RAM. I mean, I was rocking DDR2. And I had...
You felt like you were the stuff.
It was an Intel Duo. Dual core.
Jeez.
And it was... it wasn't multi-threaded or anything, hyper-threading. That really wasn't a common thing when I had it. I can't remember the model of the CPU though, but I just remember I had Mushkin RAM.
Mushkin RAM.
I think it was 800 megahertz was the speed of it. So that means each data rate, like the single data rate of each was 400, and then you add the 2 for DDR is 800. And that was it. I mean, this was my computer, man. It was... I could play Crysis. I mean, it was...
It can run Crysis.
It could run Crysis at, like, 60 frames a second.
Right.
720p, low, medium settings. Maybe all medium. But that was, like, my first gaming PC. Like, serious. Like, that's when I was seriously playing. So I played like Mass Effect and stuff on that as well.
Yeah. I had them together.
And then another one. My second.
What's going on with that?
My second PC was probably built. gonna say like 2011, 10.
There we go. I think I got it. Roughly, they're not connected, but I think it'll work.
The blue one keeps doing weird stuff by itself.
Yeah, it was doing that with me.
Yeah,
earlier.
so I built it in 2011.
can't-
2011 was the first PC I built that was capable of hitting 1080p, but not really playing games at 1080p.
Right.
It would still play. It was above 720p. It would play it at like 900p. I had the Radeon HD 7970, which at the time was like the best card you could get. Like back in the day when like Radeon was like #1.
The bullet.
Oh, I see. Gotta get this down here.
Which now, I mean, the new 6000 series they have is pretty beast. If you can find one.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're hard to find.
Nobody can find anything right now.
Yeah.
Everything's like my
I mean, Mike,
That's not exactly-
Mike, you got lucky when you were building your PC. You actually found all your parts for like.
When did you build
It
your
was
PC?
like right before everything. I built it over last summer. Like right after I did it was when the video cards went crazy.
It's crazy, yeah, because like right now too, for example, the RX 570, one of my coworkers like built his PC recently. It's like $450. If you were watching the market, which I'm sure you've been before, RX 570 was like 200, like a little bit lower than that for a while.
I mean, the
So-
MSRP for it now is under 200.
Or
we were only able to find it like 400 or higher. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, unless it's changed like literally in the last like week or so.
And then I think it was MSI recently just said, well, since there's so much demand, we're gonna have to raise prices.
Right.
And it's like, dude, they're already stupid.
Yeah. Where are these other two?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like 3070s, which are priced at like 500, are selling for like $1,200.
Yeah, I want to get one, but forget it now.
So I mean, it's definitely.
Probably. Make that one nice.
There you go. Mike's got it.
You got the last one. Yeah.
But that was my first two gaming PCs. I didn't have anything hard to deal with like Mike did with the pass-through.
Right. Girl.
That was weird. Like one of the guys I work with, he told me I was an idiot. He's like, "There's no way that's gonna make it better." So I got it and hooked it all up and played Shadow of the Empire and was blown away at how great the graphics were. So I brought it into work the next day, and he was like, "Okay, I was wrong. I'm gonna go buy one."
Because how did you hook up the pass-through cards? I know it wasn't PCI. What was it then?
It was PCI actually. You had to have two
was.
PCI slots. You had your regular graphics card, and then you had a VGA cable that came out, and you would put the second card, the pass-through card, underneath of it, and you'd run the VGA cable into it, and then the VGA out to the monitor. So it would like feed the video back in, and then make it better. I don't know how it worked.
It just worked.
It was crazy.
Man. And then they came out with cards that's just all built into one.
Yeah. I never got one of those, but I think I moved on to the Radeon after that. But I wanted one of those because, I mean, that was like the next level. But at the time, I just couldn't afford it because I had just started working in computers back then.
Yeah. I know on the gaming news topic here, I'm pretty sure you guys heard about the PS3 and PS Vita stores closing.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I still play my PS3 every now and then. I mean, I'm going to be happy that I can still re-download the games. I just can't buy them.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But what sucks, though, is with the Vita is... I know in, like, other countries, the Vita is still really popular.
Is it?
And there's still people releasing games on the Vita store.
Huh.
And so there's a few developers that kind of got upset that, hey, so once this date hits, we can't develop for the system anymore because people are still buying the games.
Right.
Like, it's still, technically, and it's not really, say it's really an active console in the States. I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is either.
But in Japan and stuff like that, it's pretty active.
Right.
You know,
what
Japanese people, handheld consoles are dominant there. They love them. The DS, the Switch, the Vita.
I was gonna say if the Vita's still good, it's like I can only imagine, or it's still popular. I can only imagine how popular the Switch.
Oh, the Switch is like super popular.
Yeah.
But speaking.
Huh?
I was gonna say, when we get done with this, we should talk about all the new stuff coming for the Switch, the new Switch.
I haven't been keeping up too much with that.
Yeah. The big deal is, they're saying that they're gonna use the new what is it? I always screw this up. DLS. What is it? The
DLSS.
Yeah, DLSS. The AI that helps it produce better graphics. So they're saying they're going to have 4K. The new Switch on lesser hardware than what's on the. It's on the same level as a PS4 Pro, but it's not the same hardware. It's lesser hardware because of this AI.
I mean, DLSS
algorithm.
is great. I use it sometimes in games when I want to get a higher frame rate. And if you do like quality DLSS, it turns down. I think it takes like 1440p down to 1080p, but the image still looks like 1440p. And with that, you get like better better frame rates. So it's definitely awesome. I know like AMD's going to come out with something, and the PS5 and Xbox Series X are going to be compatible with that. But I know with consoles, it's up to the developers if they want to activate it or not.
I see where this frame is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. I guess we can't leave yet.
No, we have to drink this potion and then pull it.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
You turned into an ice cube? Is that what that is? I think she has.
Apparently.
She's about to get strong.
Yeah, because I was strong for a second.
She's strong.
There you go.
I think now. Oh
yeah, there you go.
Oh, you have to get strong and then pull it. Oh my gosh. Remember, guys, we don't have to think.
But yeah, what do you got? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? New games coming out? Any new games that you guys are excited for?
Honestly,
I can already throw one out there.
What's that?
IO, the creator of the Hitman series. They're coming out with a new James Bond game.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's coming out. It's called the James Bond Project, and that is something that I'm actually like pretty excited for. Huh?
You think they're gonna make it like the old one?
I hope so. I hope it's good. I mean, it's based on their own like created story and everything, so it's not based on the new movie.
Right.
So that's something that I'm actually really excited for.
Uh-huh.
Like, because that was always the better James Bond games. Like, the really only good movies one, I think, was just GoldenEye on the N64. Because all the other ones based on movies were just kind of eh.
I thought, was it License to Kill was decent? It wasn't as good as GoldenEye, but it was decent.
I didn't play that one. I played all the other ones that weren't based on movies, like Nightfire, Agent Under Fire.
Yeah, I played all.
They were good. I also hope that they bring back that multiplayer and kind of like keep it the same and not try to do a Call of Duty.
Right.
Because it always seems like you know, anytime someone takes a first-person shooter and wants to do a multiplayer aspect now, it seems like it's always Call of Duty.
Yeah, or they just try to copy whatever is the biggest, honestly. Like Battle Royale, like how Call of Duty did that. Because Fortnite and PUBG got big, and then Battlefield and Call of Duty had to follow suit. So
yeah, it always seems like anytime someone does a shooter now, it's like, oh, we need Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And a lot of them flop, like Battlefield. Battlefield flopped hard.
Yeah, it did, honestly, the new ones. Or it's like they try to copy like Overwatch. So like I mean, don't get me wrong, Valorant looked good. I haven't played it yet, but it looked good. But like it's still, you know, most shooters will always just follow trends like that.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into the like
Ability,
those type of multiplayer battle arena games.
Yeah, I like it. And there's been ones that came out that I thought were gonna do better than they did, and they just didn't go anywhere. Like, I mean, Titanfall kind of died off, and I thought it was a good game.
I didn't get that because Titanfall was fun.
Really? Yeah, I know. Oh, I thought you were saying you didn't get it. No, yeah, Titanfall is great.
Yeah, no, I played a lot of the first Titanfall on Xbox One.
I mean, I thought it had a lot of potential. They could have, you know, gotten to a place where it was like Pacific Rim or something like that. It would have been really cool.
That'd be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, for me, it was fun. It was like a really good feeling when you finally got to drive a mech.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh man, this is like, you know, like the mech control in Titanfall was better than the like games where it was solely based on you driving a mech. I was like, this is really good. This is fun to run around inside a mech and shoot and jump and customize.
I played a little bit of Mech Warrior when I was younger as well with my dad. My dad plays like Mech Warrior.
Oh, Mech Warrior, okay.
Yeah, or like it's like some of the older games are called BattleTech.
Yeah. The earlier Mech Warriors were called Mech Assault.
BattleTech, right? Mech Assault, yeah.
On the original Xbox.
It reminded me of that, and I've tried to get into the Mech Warrior Online, which is like the newer free to play online version of it, but it's one of those games like War Thunder, where you kind of have to grind for like a while to get.
You either grind or you pay.
Yeah, I know it's a shame too.
And I think that's also a problem with some of the free to play games. Is they like, I get they're out to make money and they want you to pay for this stuff, but the way that they go about it is just kind of like
it's a shame. Yeah,
like it's a turn off on the game.
It is a shame.
So unless you started the game the day it came out with everybody, it can be hard to get into.
Right.
Yep. I mean, I feel like most of the FPS is like that now. Just if you're not there day one, or if you're not on the beta, you're kind of lost.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like games like Outriders, where it's not PvP. You know,
right.
It's PvE, 4-player co-op.
That's how I felt getting into the Division as well. Honestly, I feel like
the Division had a fun PvP. It was like optional PvP. You get into the Dark Zone. You didn't have to attack others, but others might attack you, and then it turns into PvP.
You guys still play that at all? I know you were playing that for a while, Mike.
Yeah.
I haven't played
it still.
I haven't played it in a little bit.
You said you do still play it, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, it's not all the time, but I do play it on occasion.
Right. It is fun, though. I think it's just because my friends got into it for like a couple of weeks.
I was thinking about getting it on PC and like starting a new character.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it if you did it as well.
Yeah, I think Mike already has it on PC, don't you, Mike?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Gotcha. That might be something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have it on Xbox One, because I think I got it free one weekend, but
I have it on PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh wow!
Because I got like the Ultimate Steelbook Edition on PS4. Played it a bunch, and then I was in GameStop one day, and they're like, "Hey, this Ultimate Steelbook Edition for Xbox is on sale for $10." I was like,
"Oh wow,
okay, I'll take it."
That's a steal.
That's why I ended up getting it for PC, is because one day Steam had it for like $9.99.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like get it again on PC for a sale on it. Because I have a pretty beefy character on PS4, I even bought the New York DLC and went back to New York and played that, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be interested in playing that again. I'd love
I think we have to go back this way.
I mean, it was fun. I thought the gameplay aspect of it was better than the first one.
Yeah, I think the AI, as you really progress through the game, really starts picking up when you, because I don't know, you kind of plateau where you're really kicking their butt, and all of a sudden they just go nope, and they change their tactic. It's pretty. I think the AI is really good in it.
Yeah, because I remember the first AI was pretty predictable in the first game. Like, they kind of had a set path that they would do, or a set, like, battle tactic. Like, you know, the people with the bats and stuff would just run to you. They wouldn't, like, stay back or, strategize what they want to do. They'd just run to you. Same with the shotgunners. They try to get up close.
Right.
So anytime you'd see them come in, you'd be like, oh, there's a guy with a bat, there's a melee guy, there's a shotgunner. You know that they're coming to you.
Yeah. And I mean, they've come out with newer guys with like different, and I would love to be able to rattle off an example of what I'm talking about, but like you know, they'll have a guy that I don't know, has some kind of fire weapon that's newer to the game that might not have been. They just keep tweaking it just a little bit so that there's always a little bit of something new tactically you have to figure out how to deal with.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get that. Also, the special abilities that you get in the second one that weren't in the first one. You know, like the crossbow, the minigun. I think there's a flamethrower too.
Sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle.
I think it's the grenade launcher.
Yeah, there is a grenade launcher. That was always cool. Did you play the first one, Hunter?
I played the beta.
Oh, you played the beta, but didn't end up getting on it?
No.
Yeah, I played the beta of the first one. Oh, that's how you go up.
Wait, how'd you go up?
A.
A?
That's what I hit to go up.
I'm pressing A.
Hold A.
It said only Harry can fly well.
I guess that's why, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I see, like, Ron is, like, struggling.
Look at her, yeah, look at her when you... I don't know if you noticed that earlier.
No.
I was like, wait, it's just me, and I
yeah, looks like she's at the rodeo.
Yeah. Show off.
But yeah, Division 2 is going to be a fun game to play if we get into that.
Yeah.
Or even Outriders. If we get into Outriders, that's like the Division.
I would love, like, I'll be honest, as much as I've played it, I've went to the raid a couple times, and I don't know if my gear just sucks or what, but I can never do anything in the raids.
I've never found a big enough team to do the raid with. Like, we've never...
Really?
Yeah, I've never done it. Not even once. I've been to it, just me and a friend to check it out, got killed, and left. Because... I don't know. It takes a lot of bullets to take down some of those guys. And, you know, we were beyond what the recommended, like, gear rank was. And we, still didn't really do much. So you definitely need, what is it, 8 people? 6 people can go into a raid?
Well, it depends on the raid. And they just released a new one where it's a skyscraper that, like, each level is increasingly harder, and it's 100 floors.
Oh, wow.
And you're supposed to go through it level by level, but, like, the first floor is, like, a couple guys, and then by the last one, it's, like, all, like, elites just come and stop.
That sounds cool, though.
Yeah.
We'd obviously have to get our characters up before we did that.
Yeah. Well, I know if you start a character now, and you get into the New York one, they automatically bump you to level 30.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So.
Oh, where am I going? Got me.
Yeah. So that's the end of my notes.
Okay.
That's it? Or do we have anything else to add?
Mike, you should try Vertex.
Vertex, okay.
Well, you want me to try it too. So.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's something that's now added to my log of games to play.
Yeah. Well, it's something where, like I said, there's only really so many people playing at a time, because it's such a small game. So you only have, that's the only thing that sucks about it, is there's only going to be like the same 1 or 2 people on at a time. But I mean, I'm always down to play. It's just like one-on-one duels mostly. They do like TDM events and stuff like that, but it's like really like small community focused.
Yeah.
So.
I'll be down to play it, definitely.
Okay.
You know, I like Star Wars. I like lightsaber battles. And then
Yeah.
There's not much not to like.
Yeah. The only thing that kind of sucks is that you have to download you have to download the skin packs, which are pretty big, to see like other people's skins. But the skin, like the new skin packs now, I know they have most of the skins in it. Because if not, you'll see like the default model that they have in the game, which is fine. But you can't see like, you know, if I made a really cool like Darth Vader skin, you can see that if you didn't have the Darth Vader either like part of the skin pack or like the Darth Vader skin. So, but it's fun. It's fun. It's something simple just to kill time,
Yeah,
especially if you like the old JKA games.
Yeah. I also wanted to add it. I guess this is how our podcast is gonna go. You know, we play like an easier game.
Yeah.
To play. This one was a little rough because this is like our first time getting into Lego Harry Potter. Not quite sure knowing what to do.
Yeah. We've all played Lego games before. Well, then I mean, like, I know you probably have, Jimmy, right?
It's been a while. It's been a while since I've played a Lego game. You know,
it's been a while for me too.
I've always wanted to play Lego Harry Potter, but I never got around to it. So I thought now was like a perfect time to get into Lego Harry Potter.
Oh, we need a strong potion. I'm not thinking.
And play it. So this is something we're gonna do. So next episode, we're probably still gonna be playing Lego Harry Potter. Years 1 through 4. Try to get through that. But that's it. That's it for the grown-up gamers. We're grown up.
That is it.
We're grown up.
Still gamers.
Hunter is the youngest. He's 21. I'm 30.
Oh, I'm 45.
It's like a 10-year time gap in between of us. So
We'll all be there at one point. We'll all be 45.
yeah.
So, all right. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode.
Yeah. See you next time.
Please.